everyone, it's Miss Becky from the Glen Carbon Library again, and we are here doing week 5 of our STEM challenges. I've got Bronte here with me.
Hi.
And I've got Owen here with me. Would you like to say hello?
Hi.
There we go. And what we're going to do today is we are going to do our chemical reactions with pennies. You've got your STEM challenges listed on this sheet. And on week 5, Owen, would you like to tell them the supplies we need? What's the first one? Pennies. We've got pennies right here.
Vinegar.
Right here.
A bowl.
We've got 2 bowls.
Paper towels and salt.
Paper towels, and then I've got my salt shaker right here, but I've also got some pre-measured in a bowl right here to make it easier for us today. Okay, so the first experiment that we're going to do is we are going to be working with these pennies. How do these pennies look?
Dirty.
Dirty?
They look like black circles. Dirt pennies.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, there's a bit of green on one.
Yep, there's some patina on them for sure. What we want to do is we want to try an experiment to see if we can help these pennies to shine as bright as they did on the day they were made, right?
Yeah. Let me see. You just see if I can figure out.
How old are some of these pennies? Do you want to take a look, Owen? See if you can find the oldest one.
This one is in 1971.
Whoa, that's even older than me. Some of these are so dark they're hard to read.
Unreadable.
Yeah. I found one a little earlier. I think the oldest one we have is from 1960.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's even before, that's like back when the grandparents were kids, right? In the 60s? Yep.
That's 61 years ago.
Is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's see. The first thing that we need to do for our experiment today is we need a 1/4 cup of vinegar in this bowl. Would you like to do that for me? There we are. All right. So pour that in the measuring cup, and then you can pour it in the bowl.
Is this a 1/4 cup?
Yep. Double check me. It's right there.
This says 1/8 cup.
That's halfway up.
Oh.
Right there. What does that say? Why are you so far down?
I don't know.
Are you looking right here?
Oh,
on the handle.
I thought it was in the cup.
Okay, what does it say on the handle?
It says that it's a 1/4 cup.
A 1/4 cup. Okay. Do you want to pour the vinegar, or would you like me to?
I would like to pour it.
Okay. So lay this flat on the table and go ahead and pour that.
Okay.
Yep. You want to fold right up to the top. What do we get?
So that.
Full 1/4 cup. There we go. That's good.
I think I could add a little more.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's call that good. Okay, can you pour that in the bowl for me, please? Okay. The next ingredient we need is a teaspoon of salt. That's what we have in here. Would you like to pour that in the bowl for me?
So this.
Yeah, I've already measured it using that. I just had it out to
So the entire thing
demonstrate it.
is a teaspoon?
You can pour, yeah, the whole bowl is a teaspoon, but if you want to do it that way, you can. That's fine. Over the bowl would be a good idea. There you go. Good job. Pour that in. Very good. Okay. We need to dissolve the salt in the vinegar. Would you like to stir it? Want to stir it using the teaspoon?
Oops.
You're okay. All right. So while that is stirring, what we're going to talk about is how this exactly works. We are going to put the pennies inside the vinegar and salt solution, and we're going to let them sit for 5 minutes. And when we are done with that 5 minutes, we're going to take them out of the solution and put them on paper towels to dry them off, and hopefully they will be very shiny. What happens with the pennies when they're first made is they are nice and shiny. After a while, they form a layer of what is called copper oxide, and that forms on the surface of the penny, and that actually helps to protect it from it having further damage done to it. And after quite some time or exposure to acid, like an acid rain, it creates 3 different things. It will create copper sulfate, carbonate, and chloride salts. And that is what will give the pennies a dull color or even a green color sometimes.
I learned
Okay, yes.
I learned somewhere that the Statue of Liberty was made of copper at first, but then it got the kind of green stuff that you get on the
That's
pennies,
exactly
like
right.
on this one.
Yeah, that's why she's the green color that she is. You've done a great job.
There was a penny under the bowl.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's hard to tell on this counter. Okay, so we've done a good job getting that nice and dissolved in the vinegar.
I just kept stirring. It
Very
smells kind of good.
Good. All right, so who wants to dip some potato chips in this?
Me, please.
You want to dip potato chips in?
I thought
That was my question.
Oh, wait. I thought you were joking about the pennies.
Well, we do like the vinegar and salt potato chips, right? No. Okay, so who wants to put pennies in the bowl?
I would.
Okay, let's divide these up.
Even.
Try and be even. Okay, go ahead and put those in the bowl for me.
Yep, each have 6. Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm saving oldest for last.
Okay,
Or at least the one that looks
just put them in the bowl for me. That'd be fine.
Okay. Whoa, I can see them getting. Yeah, I see it. They're getting a bit.
Well, it's going to take a few minutes once they're in. Why don't we put them in quickly so your brother can have his turn? There we go. Okay, Owen, go ahead and put yours in.
They're turning shiny.
Very good. Okay,
already
I'm going to shift them around a little bit so they all get,
Same amount of.
yeah, so they're all not on top of each other. Just like that. Okay. Good enough. And then we're going to start our timer for 5 minutes. All right. While that is taking place, let's move on to our next experiment. So in this next experiment, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking some relatively shiny pennies. Do those look shiny to you guys?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
shinier than the ones we had before. Some
Yeah.
of them are a little bit dull, but most of them are pretty shiny.
Yeah, they're pretty good. What we're going to do is we are going to take our bowl and we're going to put a paper towel inside the bowl. Can you do that for me, please?
Yeah. Inside it?
Inside the bowl. Just lay it down flat in the bowl. Inside the bowl. Just like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it had the vinegar right now.
Oh, no, there was nothing in there.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, and now we're going to take these pennies and we're going to put them on the paper towel. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Okay, so place the pennies on the paper towel.
Weigh you down, paper towel.
Yep. Okay, Owen, your turn. Okay, and we're going to spread them out again. And the next step of this is we are going to pour some vinegar on top of our pennies so that it soaks the paper towel. I don't need too much.
Just enough to cover the pennies.
Just enough to cover the pennies. So this is sort of like the acid rain falling on the Statue of Liberty. Okay. Okay.
What's acid rain?
Acid rain is what it sounds like. It's when there's components in the rain that are not natural to it. Okay. So the next step in this is our favorite step in science. Do you know what that is?
What?
Being patient.
I know what.
We have to give it some time. But while we're waiting, what we can do is we can observe, right? So we will look back at these pennies, let's say in a few hours. If the paper towel starts to look dry, we can put some more vinegar on top. Occasionally flip the pennies over so that they get some more exposure as well.
I thought we only needed to let them sit for 5 minutes.
That's the pennies we're cleaning.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a different experiment, right?
Oh.
2 different chemical reactions. This one we're making them very shiny.
Which
And in
doesn't
this
take
one, we are
making them
increasing,
dull.
increasing the oxidization of them. That's right. So we're waiting for those to finish, and we'll be waiting maybe a day or two. You can do it as long as you like to see just how green you want your pennies to get. What we will do is we will take a picture of our pennies that we are trying to make green when we are done, and I will post that in the comments under this video. So make sure you check those out when you're done watching. And how much time do we have left on our timer? Let's check.
Yeah.
1 minute and 47 seconds. Okay. While we are waiting 1 minute and 47 seconds, do you guys have any recommendations for anybody this week? Anything to read or watch or listen to?
To read, let me see it.
You're going to grab it real quick? What about you, Owen? Do you have any recommendations?
Not really.
Well, what were you just reading earlier?
Well, on the Hoopla account,
The Hoopla? Yeah. What did
it's
you...
best to watch the show first, but there's another Avatar book. It's like a sequel to the story.
Oh, very neat. Okay, and you were reading that on Hoopla?
Yep.
And you can get on Hoopla through the library webpage, and you can sign up for Hoopla, and you will get 5 things to borrow through your account on there. And what about you, Bronte? What do you want to recommend?
It's called Saltwater Secrets by Cindy Colligan.
Here we go. Callahan. Callahan is how you would pronounce that. Yep. This is one of our new books, and she's trying it out for us. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm only about halfway through, though.
That's okay, but it's a good
Maybe
story.
like 2/3.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep. Very good.
T-minus 35 seconds.
Very good. I also wanted to recommend a couple of programs through the library. We have started doing some Zoom story times. We have one that is called eBook Explorers. We post that on Facebook as well, but if you would like to join us on Zoom so that you can interact with us as we read the story, you can register on the Glen Carbon website for that. And I also have a PJ story time that I just posted last week. I think it was on Tuesday. I've lost track at this point. Oh, there's our timer.
Some of the pennies have bubbles on them.
Cool. So I was saying about the PJ story time. We do those every 2 weeks, and I'll have another one coming up pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. That one is not a Zoom interactive one. It's just one that you can watch when we post it at 6:30 in the evening. Okay. So our 5 minutes is done. And let's see. The next step in this experiment is that we should get them out of the vinegar and salt. I've got a paper towel for each of you.
To try to pick them up out of it.
Yeah, you can just use your fingers. This is, no, you don't use the paper towel to get them out. Just get them out with your fingers. You'll be safe with this. This is no problem. Okay. You're going to divide them. Thank you. That's very sweet. Awesome. Okay, so take your paper towel and rub them off, and let's see. Do you need an extra paper towel to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Might want to take them one by one and rub. Let's see if we get anywhere with these. I think I feel like they look a little shinier. They were pretty dark when we started. What do you guys think?
I think you should let them sit for a little more time.
Yeah. Well, that is the next step, is that you can keep doing this experiment with a fresh solution of vinegar and salt, and you will see just how shiny they get.
It seems like I used to really care about how shiny the pennies were when I was younger.
Yeah. And how do you feel about them now?
I don't care how shiny they are. Since the pennies only worth 1 cent, I don't hang on to them if they were made recently, but I hang on to them if they were made a long time ago, which is usually the grubbier. So you like to collect pennies that are old?
I'd say that's
grubby?
pretty good. You can see that some of the stuff is starting to come off. We can definitely do this again and see just how shiny we can get them. All right. Anything? How about yours, Bronte? Do they look pretty good?
I'm gonna separate them into groups for the shinier ones and
Great idea.
ones that still look really old.
Okay.
Here, there's 3 of each. These 3 don't. I think these were one of the more old ones.
Older?
One of the older ones.
Yep, this one looks pretty shiny again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that looks good.
When was it made? 1982.
Whoa.
That was 32 years ago, and now it's nice and shiny again.
No, is that? I think your math's a little off there.
Or can I hold this one?
38. There we go.
Can I look at that one a sec? I want to see if it's
Yeah, you
readable.
can. All right. All right. So I think that is it for our experiments.
Yeah, the number's totally faded.
Our experiments today. We're going to keep checking out these pennies. We're probably going to try this again and see if we can get them really shiny. And if we pull it off, I'll post a picture of that one as well. I think that's it for today, guys. If you would like to join us again next week, we are going to be doing week 6, and we're going to be doing the one that my kids have been asking about every week, which is the DIY robot hand. That comes next week. Are you excited about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has it been fun figuring out how to do these experiments with the pennies today?
Yeah.
Good. Would you recommend this for other people?
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's
Especially,
fun.
especially if you're younger. It seems like most younger people love to keep their pennies shiny.
Okay, good to know. Good to know for the younger crew, right? All right. We will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.